In example 4, we're going to look at how do you calculate a payment based on a specific loan amount. We'll start with the example. We have a loan amount of $10,000. Future value of a loan we're going to have is going to be 0 because we want to get the loan paid off. Our interest rate we're going to assume is at 6%, and we're going to do this for about 5 years. So you go back down to payment and select your function. Payment. For that, you're going to go to rate, which is going to be 6%. But we're going to do something a little different with this one. We're not going to assume it's an annual payment because for most loans you pay them on a monthly basis. So we're going to take that rate and divide it by 12. Number of periods we're going to have is for 5 years, except we're going to multiply this one by 12 as well, because the number of periods we actually have is going to be 60 because we're going to assume we're going to make a monthly payment on this. Present value right now is 10,000. Future value is going to be 0. Again, our type is 0. Again, you want to also go up to that present value and make sure everything looks correct. Click OK, and that would give us a monthly payment of $193. Just to add one more to this example, you can also use what's called a amortization table. So if you go to loan amortization in your Excel sheet, you can find the same amortization schedule to calculate this. We'll say our loan amount was $10,000. Interest rate was 6%. 5-year loan. Number of payments per year is 12. Start date doesn't really matter. You can make up any number. And you can see that it can calculate the same amount for $193. So your question might be, well, why don't we just use the loan amortization table for everything that we do? It's because with these you cannot change the payments. If it were a quarterly basis, which some loans are set up that way, you can't adjust this within the loan amortization unless you were to get a more complicated spreadsheet. So with that, that's the example of how you would calculate a loan payment.